Hi, I'm Davy. I'm awesome. And welcome to Davy's Awesome Wrestling, where I review wrestling related things, all from the perspective of a fan, not an insider. This past weekend we had NXT Vengeance Day 2024, live from Clarksville, Tennessee. Let's get into it. The opening match was the finals in the Dusty Cup tournament, the annual tag team tournament, where now the winners will get an NXT Tag Team Championship match. The teams consisting of Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes, and the Wolf Dogs, Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin. This was the opening match because Trick Williams was also in the main event. And it was a really good match. I was very impressed by the Wolf Dogs. Like before in the Dusty Cup, yeah, they were a decent tag team, two singles guys coming together to form a team for the Dusty Cup, two loners. But in this match, they really gelled as a team. Which I say a lot, because Baron Corbin hasn't really done a whole lot to impress me throughout his time in WWE, but he did in this case. Honestly, it's a great match as a team. You know, you got two arrogant guys, Braun being a little bit more arrogant than the other, but getting on the same page, forming a team. I could see them being NXT Tag Team Champions or WWE Tag Team Champions. It would give Braun Breaker a chance to come up. It would give Baron Corbin something to finally sink his teeth into. And it went until Braun Breaker got the pin over Carmelo Hayes, making the team of the Wolf Dogs the 2024 Dusty Cup winners. It was a great opening match. I'd give it a 4 out of 5. Then a no disqualification match between Dijak and Joe Gacy. Another great match. At first, it's no disqualification, so I'm like, yeah, suits the two of them. Been there, done that, seen it. I love when people can add new elements, like, for example, Joe Gacy pulling out a box of toys. Not just Legos like they've been doing in a lot of matches lately, but toys. Little army men. Hot Wheels. Because any father knows how bad that hurts. It was also interesting at one point when Joe Gacy wrapped duct tape around Dijak's eyes so that he couldn't see anything. And while he's blinded, he gets the Feast Your Eyes onto Joe Gacy, but he can't pin him because he can't find him. It was cool. It was funny. It added a new level of entertainment. But eventually, Dijak got another Feast Your Eyes onto Joe Gacy, got the pin and the win. Joe Gacy didn't seem to care, though, as he was smiling, laying on the mat. Either way, this was a great match. It was an entertaining match. Another one I would give a 4 out of 5. Then a 6-person mixed tag team match of OTM versus the D'Angelo family. It was okay. Standard 6-person tag match. The two women in the match, neither of them have really done anything much in NXT, so it was a chance to let them shine, which they did. Both seemed like on a good path, might go somewhere. And I went until Tony D'Angelo himself got the win for his team. Honestly, I think this would have been a little bit better if it was a tag team title match, because, this is a PLE we're talking about, but whatever. It was good. Kind of just felt like something to throw in the middle, though. But good enough to where I would easily give it its 3 out of 5. Then, for the NXT Women's Championship, Roxanne Perez versus Lyra Valkyria. Something they've been building up as a dream match, because Lyra's on a really hot streak. Roxanne Perez was until she lost her title, which they kept saying she didn't actually lose. Whatever. At first, this match was just okay. Like, as it was going, it wasn't losing my attention, but it wasn't really grabbing it either. And looked like it was going to end as Roxanne Perez got the Pop Rocks onto Lyra Valkyria. But then Lola Vice's music played. And she came down, even with Tatum Paxley trying to stop her, to cash in her breakout tournament championship shot. I don't know when that exactly became like a Money in the Bank type thing, but whatever. She made the move of inserting herself into the match, making it a triple threat. And it looked like she could potentially win. She was going in there, dominating the two of them. She was fresh. And it gave this match a big, nice boost. A nice shot in the arm. And it went until Lola Vice was out of commission. Roxanne Perez got the Pop Rocks onto Lyra Valkyria again. But this time, Tatum Paxley ran in and pushed her out of the ring, which the ref could do nothing about because now it being a triple threat, no rules against it. And a moment later, Lyra Valkyria recovered and got the pin over Lola Vice, retaining her championship. And because of all this match became much more exciting. It was looking like it was going to get a 3, and all this, not only was it entertaining in of itself, but it made the match step up to the point that now I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. And then for the NXT North American Championship, Dragon Lee got his rematch against champion Obafemi, which, Dragon Lee had defended his title, and right after, Obafemi cashed in his contract and got the title from him. Kind of what Lola Vice probably should have done instead of wasting it on making it a triple threat. She should have probably just let Roxanne Perez get the win and then, since she was beaten up, come down. But whatever. She wasted her contract and it made for a good story. This one, though, the match was good, but it wasn't great. Which I hate to say with a Dragon Lee match, because Dragon Lee is fantastic. And honestly, I'm getting the feeling that if Dragon Lee wasn't in this match, it wouldn't have been good. Like, basically, it was they took a great wrestler like Dragon Lee, threw him in there with a big, huge guy who's very inexperienced, and you can see that he's very inexperienced, Obafemi, and wanted him to make Obafemi look good. I don't think that worked. It made Dragon Lee look good as a guy who can make the other guy look good. Obafemi, he's new. He's definitely got some potential. It's not like he's a big klutzy oaf like some guys. But right now, I don't know. It just feels like them making him champion and everything. And it felt too soon, and it still feels too soon. And again, it's just another situation of like, ooh, it's a really big guy. Let's make him look strong, as if you got to do that with really big guys. Things like choke slamming Dragon Lee into Wade Barrett's announced chair. But again, at the moment, I don't dislike Obafemi. I think he's got potential. I just think they're trying to push him too fast, too soon. We'll see how it goes in the future. Eventually, he got the pop-up powerbomb onto Dragon Lee, got the win, retained his championship. But honestly, with Dragon Lee's help, I think this match barely got its 3 out of 5. Yeah! Then, before the main event started, we went backstage and saw Lola Vice and Roxanne Perez fighting. Apparently, Roxanne Perez is not happy with Lola Vice and is definitely blaming her for that loss. Then the main event for the NXT Championship. Trick Williams finally gets his match against Ilya Dragunov. Supposed to happen last month, but Dragunov is injured. This match was great. It was match of the night. It was intense. And throughout the match, not only were they telling a story in the ring of the championship match, but they were constantly hinting that we were finally going to get what we have been expecting for a while, the inevitable Carmelo turn on Trick Williams. At this point, it was so obvious that there really is no other avenue they can go other than Carmelo Hayes. Because if it would have been somebody else, that would have just made no sense. Throughout the match, though, they're hinting at it. Like, Dragunov and Carmelo Hayes are getting a little bit into it outside, and Dragunov hits Carmelo, who falls and hits Trick Williams' knee. Or later, Trick Williams, Ilya Dragunov, they're fighting, and Carmelo Hayes is distracting the referee, who doesn't notice that one of the wrestlers is coming at him to knock him out. Right after that, Trick Williams gets the trick knee onto Ilya Dragunov, but the referee is knocked out, and the next referee, by the time he gets there, Ilya is able to kick out. And it went until they went to opposing corners, Trick Williams getting ready to do the trick knee, Ilya Dragunov getting ready to do the Torpedo Moscow. Came down to whoever was going to connect with theirs was going to be the winner. And it was Ilya connecting with the Torpedo Moscow, getting the pin, and retaining his NXT Championship. And then after he leaves, finally we get the payoff. When Carmelo Hayes turns on Trick Williams, beating him senseless with a chair, especially on his knee. Honestly, even though we had predicted this from the beginning, sometimes predictable isn't necessarily bad. Sometimes you just want to see it play out. And it's still playing out, so we'll see how this goes. This match, though, like I said, match of the night, 5 out of 5. Yeah! So NXT Vengeance Day 2024 overall was really good. Better than I was expecting. Honestly, I went into watching it not expecting anything fantastic. Because truth be told, lately the NXT events have not been fantastic. NXT television hasn't been fantastic. It's just been okay. But like I said the last time I reviewed an NXT show, it looks like things are turning around. And this is showing more that things might be turning around. And let's hope that they keep up this momentum and turn things around. Because Vengeance Day was a damn good show. Honestly, I would say I was more entertained watching Vengeance Day than I was a week earlier watching Royal Rumble. There were a couple of matches that just felt pointless, like the 6-person tag team match. Really, in my opinion, the only point to it was to showcase the 2 women in the match, who've been around with their tag teams but really not doing much, and gave him a chance to shine a little bit, which, good, they did that, but it didn't really boost the match any. The North American Championship match was just a, hey, let's make this big guy look big and strong kind of match. The Roxanne Perez versus Lyra Valkyria match, it started out as one of those matches that I don't usually get that into of, I respect you and you respect me, and we're just going to go out there and have a good old-fashioned fight, and turned into a rivalry born that will end up becoming like a big blood feud between Lola Vice and Roxanne Perez. Not to mention they're continuing the story of Tatum Paxley basically being Lyra Valkyria's stalker. Which, even though it's been done, let's face it, it's always entertaining. The Dusty Cup Finals ended the way I was hoping they would, because honestly, I don't know what it is, but there's something about this team of the Wolf Dogs. I want to see more of it, so I'm glad that they won. And the championship match. I like Trick Williams, but I don't feel he's quite ready for the championship. But what could get him easily ready for it is a feud with Carmelo Hayes, who, in my opinion, is the greatest talent currently in NXT, maybe even the greatest talent in WWE right now. I really do see huge things coming in the future of Carmelo Hayes. The guy just oozes charisma, whether he's a babyface or a heel. Definitely better as a heel, but then again, even as a babyface, he's not much different than his heelish ways. He's just very, very good. Very good in the ring, very entertaining, and he could definitely get his buddy Trick Williams to the next level. The level of, okay, legit champion. Not to mention, I don't think Ilya is ready to lose the title. And when he does lose the title, I kind of feel like it needs to be to a heel, not to a babyface. Either way, this show was very entertaining. It kept my attention throughout most of it, and I'm excited that NXT is stepping it back up. I'm actually now excited for Stand and Deliver, which is a big deal because last year I wasn't all that excited for Stand and Deliver. I didn't review Stand and Deliver, mostly because there was just too much going on that weekend. But I didn't feel anything about not reviewing it because I was like, who cares? It was just an okay show. I'm actually excited that Stand and Deliver may be their WrestleMania. So we'll see. As for right now, NXT Vengeance Day wasn't perfect, but easily I would give it a 4 out of 5. So there you have it. That's my wrestling review this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to hit like. Hit subscribe, hit the little bell so you get notifications for when I post the videos, and leave a comment. Tell me what you thought of NXT Vengeance Day 2024. Love you guys.